Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 4 of this Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. This is the German Empire, the army with a state. In the last episode, we sought ways of going to war with Austria-Hungary and found that was impossible. So we have started garrisoning our borders with France and Russia pretty significantly. I've just realised, actually, we probably want to garrison this area as well. Maybe once we've started actually producing some of these units, we will start doing that. In the meantime, time is just going to tick on by. We are still building our factories and things, and people have been pointing out I am building in Bavaria. I'm aware of this. Part of the reason for that is the more that I build in Bavaria, actually the best way to see that would be through here, the lower their autonomy goes, and we can see that they are only 245 points away from the end. And the lower their autonomy is, the more likely I can just annex them, which is the next level. And once I've annexed them, then I get those factories anyway. And even while they are a puppet, they can use those factories for their own production and things, so it's fine. I have absolutely no problem with doing that. In the meantime, we have another 150 points. We get these points way too quickly. Theorist. We could get some more army experience from any of these people. High command? Yeah, I guess we probably should start working on a bit of high command. They're all specialists. That's cap ship attack and armor, which would be quite nice. Tippets, yeah, that would be. Entrenchment speed, cav and motorized, entrenchment speed, amphibious invasion, cavalry, sub-detection, close air support, army attrition, strategic bombing and artillery. I think we probably want the cap ships, the artillery and the logistics, is my gut feeling. Yes. And probably for the opening days of the war, artillery. Possibly logistics. I mean, even now, less division attrition would be really nice. So we're going to go with Reinhardt. I don't know if that's going to count when doing training. It might. I don't know. Something to find out. Okay, so we're building lots of stuff. We've actually got a surplus in everything except for support equipment. And even that is ramping up as we improve our production efficiency cap. We are getting a battle cruiser pretty soon, at which point we then switch to the dreadnoughts. Grand Duke William IV dies. Grand Duke William IV of Luxembourg, the second independent ruler of the country and its first Catholic monarch, has died today after 5 years of regency due to poor health and old age. Marie Adelaide has ascended to the throne and is expected to carry on his legacy. The Balkan League. In a surprising move, several Balkan countries, including rival states Serbia and Bulgaria, have come together to form the Balkan League, a military alliance stated to have been built up against Austria-Hungary. Although the alliance target is the Habsburg, it seems far more likely that the state that divides these four nations would be their target. So the Ottomans, then. Meanwhile, the Ottomans seem to be crushing the Italian invasion. I'm not entirely surprised by that, although historically, I do believe the Italians got Libya in that war. Well, yeah, because how else would they have Libya in World War II? Unless they got that at the end of World War I, but I don't know. Oh, don't tell me you won. Oh, these events are annoying. Oh, Italy did lose. Kingdom of Italy, white peace with the Ottoman Empire. Interesting. And we have got support Austria-Hungary. Beginning a diplomatic push to further ties with Austria-Hungary will alienate Italy to a degree, but perhaps they can learn from Austria-Hungary's level of loyalty in this case. Damn right. So we can send German advisors to both. I think we are going to do that to try and repair some of the damaged relations with the Italians. And now Austria-Hungary. Did you get a thing from this? No. Doesn't look like it. So I don't know what benefit that had for them at all. Not enough information. Right, you guys training? You are done. You guys are done. And you, I'm going to hope, are also done. Yep. Alright, so everyone can start healing up now. Okay, pleased with that. That's good. Our borders are pretty strong. We're still in the process of entrenching. That's fine. You guys are almost finished, which is awesome. We can then start training them. I think that first group is going to be set as a border garrison. I'm going to leave my ships here in the Baltic at least for the time being, so I'm not going to need to fortify this northern coast so much. Sinking the Titanic. The RMS Titanic, thought to be unsinkable, has met its end in one of the largest maritime disasters in history, with over 1,500 dead. Already, debates are cropping up from local coffee shops all the way up to the parliaments throughout Europe and North America as to why the ship was not properly equipped with life rafts, why the comm system was disabled, and why exactly the ship crashed into an iceberg to begin with. This tragedy has attracted... For goodness sake, I cannot read today. This tragedy has attracted international attention and spurred a massive overhaul in maritime safety standards. Ugh. What's up with my reading? Need more reading comprehension. Right, we need some more wood supplies from the Hungarians. And some more oil. I don't think I quite want to make up that deficit just yet, though. Have we started working on the Dreadnought? We have indeed. Marvellous. And how's the construction going? We are almost done. How exciting. The Olympic Games. The Olympic Games in Stockholm have opened. New events that will be included this year include art competitions, the decathlon, and even some first physical events for women. Will we attend the memories? Ceremonies. What the hell, Mordred? Reading gone. Alright, we're going to build some military factories. I think we basically want to build these bad boys in the center here. And then from there we can spread out once the central territories are fully industrialized. Marvellous! That is a fair amount of stuff that needs to be built, especially there in Saxony. And Saxony is... that one. Just double checking it, whoops, wasn't one of these guys. Okay, what did we just finish researching? I think that was one of the industrial things. Yeah, I think that was either mining or maybe the war medicine. I think it was war medicine. Okay, so we can get torpedo production. We can get encryption. We can get radio. Radio wouldn't be too bad. We could start working on the flying corps, because we have not invested anything in an air force yet. Can't get any of those. Oh no, it was the doctrine. Okay, so we're going to get mobile position, and then we can continue going through that. Okay, cool. Sorted. We're still generating one a day. Is that because we have... no, we do have national focus. We generate 2 by base. Really? I guess that's always been that way. I could send some people to Italy to try and improve relations with them. You know what? I think I might do that. Okay, sending German advisors. German advisors, particularly in the military, will be warmly received by both Italy and Austria-Hungary and further our relations with both nations, while costing Germany very little but finding men worthy of the task and putting them on a train. Out. Okay, apparently we cannot do these because it is not 1914 nor is it 1917. Secret alliance with Romania? Is a German position in the west? I think we're going to assert the German position in the west. Is that just oil? That is still just oil. Okay, cool. Work progresses. We can deploy all of those guys. They'll just be low on supply stuff. Right, so you guys are just pure garrison, so we're going to make you brown. Yes, I will give you a commander. Am I? No, not yet. And you guys are garrison area here, 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 and here. Your job is simply that. Off you go. And that should make naval invasions virtually impossible, which is lovely. Alright, good stuff. You could, however, do some training while you're here. War in the Balkans, taking advantage of the weakness of the Ottoman Empire following the Italo-Turkish War. The members of the Balkan League declared war against the Ottoman Empire. Will the Ottoman Empire survive this attack? Serbia declared war on the Ottomans. You still have 35, 40 regiments. Oh, that's Austro-Hungary. That's the Ottomans. You have 13. Oh, it's right, yeah, those. You how Serbia actually has quite a lot. Serbia has 22 or so. You have 5. Who exactly are you fighting in this? Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece, and Montenegro. Alright, so Bulgaria has got 18 or so. Greece has about the same, maybe 17. Improved oil drilling, resource gathering efficiency, and more oil. Excellent. So that is all the industrial stuff now finished. Engineering, we could get the better submarine stuff. We could get encryption. Or artillery. We're going to get the artillery. We are still short on oil. Can we reduce the amount of timber that we are importing? And logistics company, I will deal that with that in a minute. Trade. Timber, we now have a surplus of 4, so no. Alright, logistics company. Good. These we can't get until 1914, so I'm not going to get that. We don't have radio yet, so we can't get those. Military police, we can't do any more of these. We could start some special forces. Prepare some marines. I don't think we necessarily need to, though. We can't get you yet. You know what? We're going to start on our air doctrines. So we don't particularly need any of the other stuff, except maybe trench. Although we've already researched the trenches, didn't we? That was... No, we haven't. Okay, we need to research trenches. Probably when the artillery is done, 100 days. We may be a bit behind the times in trenches. There's naval convoy escort. Let's start on coordinated submarines. So that's making the subs a lot better. Modified government, okay. Let's get the next one, which was to be the artillery specialist. You are still in training, you're doing just fine. We are getting the next batch. We are still slightly behind in support equipment, but otherwise we're doing okay. We're short 8 armoured cars, so maybe we should assign like 1 factory to do armoured cars. Montenegro has capitulated. The Montenegrin government has gone into exile and the main forces have capitulated to the Ottoman Empire. Alright. We are still getting siege artillery. How much do we have? We now have 400. Does that mean that I can edit these guys with 1 siege gun? Yes. In fact, I can probably even do it with 2. Yep. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to save this. You now have a massive soft attack. Your soft attack's gone up to 81. Plus 52. So you're going to be doing a lot of damage to attacks. And also your breakthrough's gone up. Piercing's gone up. Everything else has gone down a bit. But that's fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. And that will mean that those guys need to do some more training. Assert German position in the West. The Western Front is a gloomy place for the Central Powers. France and the UK have bonded against us and our interests, which hurts the German future in Africa. Worse yet, Belgium doesn't seem quite so willing anymore to let German troops through to crush the French, who they no longer see as a threat. We must take the most of the bad situation if we are to stay afloat as a great power. Oh, we can get infrastructure effort. Hold up. Can't get that until 1914. I'm just seeing if there's anything else that we particularly need in the near future. It doesn't really look like it. Secret alliance with Romania wouldn't be a bad shout. The Romania is pretty small at this stage. We'll start the alliance talks with Romania. Meanwhile, have those guard units decided they need extra training? No, they have not. Alright, that's cool. Marvellous. Okay, that makes that much easier. Infantry divisions, how are you doing for field guns? Can we add any more? No. Just no. Alright, so once we start building up more of a surplus of field artillery, we may begin to build some guard units too. We have just one more civilian factory to go, and then everything else is set to military factories. So once those are done, let's start getting some more medium factories here. And then I guess we'll need to start thinking about trenches. Can we see anything about what these guys are building? It's just across the border. Can you use sunglasses? Binoculars. Okay, so we have 3 military factories. Yes. We definitely want... Actually, no. We're overcoming the support deficit. I think we're going to get more field guns. Or armoured cars. You know what? We're going to start building some armoured cars. Not many, but some. And I think that this is going to mean that we need to import some more oil from the United States, which we can start doing. The Netherlands might be a good option because the USA is going to be hard to continue buying from. So we're actually going to buy from the Netherlands at this stage. Because we're adjacent to them, we won't need convoys to get that stuff in. And they can ship their stuff to Amsterdam with their own ships, which won't get sunk by the UK. At least until we assert our dominance at sea, but until that point, we can't. Okay, so we can get another high command. This was going to be the ship person. Capital ship attack and armor. Okay, let's open up with some more field artillery. And then after that, more infantry equipment, I think. Alright, so we just got another bunch of troops. You lot, new army, start training. Won't take you very long. You guys done? You guys are done. Marvellous. And you have more than enough troops to garrison that particular area. Secret alliance with Romania. Romania is ruled by a German, a distant relative of the royal family, no less. You've read that already. Let's start working on doctrine effort, which will allow us to get through the doctrines a little bit quicker. And once you're done, we'll start on the trenches. Although I'd also like to upgrade my siege guns, seeing as I'm actually deploying quite a few. We'll do the trenches first. Yeah, that's just increasing your hard attack. I don't really care about that. Okay. I quite like this bit of a difference between the guard units with their heavy artillery and the regular units with their regulars. And we are reducing the amount of manpower in each army as well, which is pretty good. I think we're going to just start mass producing guns and a bit more support and then more artillery. Something along those lines. That looks good to me. And we are needing a lot more wood. Yo, Austria. More wood. One of the other suggestions was trying to seek an alliance with Sweden. That is around here. Somewhere there it is. Invite Sweden to the Central Powers. Cannot do that until 1917, though. We can't start befriending the Ottomans just yet, either. Alright, how many enemies are on our borders? 40, 50. Okay, the French are building up pretty quickly. And Austria... Yeah, Austria's going to be able to hold that border, that's fine. I might need to send out some more troops. Probably on the east front. Need more of those guys. And the other thing I can probably do with starting to build is some aircraft. Scout planes. Technically close air support. I have no idea what the difference in those aircraft are. Right, so we can get scouts and fighters. Oh, I see they upgrade to these in 1915, so... Likewise, you can get tactical bombers at that point. Do we want to build either of these? You do provide a lot of air defense. So the Zeppelins are like anti-air. Air superiority. air attack. Oh, there's strategic bombing. Very high strategic bombing. So I think we will start building some of... Oh, yes, here we go. You are just strategic bombing. You are close air support. There is no air superiority at this stage. I wonder if they would become anything. What's the Eindecker? Eindecker is... Aha! Air superiority. Interesting. Air attack 4, air attack 2. So these are your air attack guys, and you would need to use them until 1915. So we probably should start researching that. Like, it's not hugely important because air power at this stage isn't that strong, but it's something we could do with. Doctrine effort. Though the era of the general staff consisting of the princes of the realm has long ended, several of our generals and other high-ranking officers were chosen for their armies not because of skill, but for connections or family ties. Though this keeps them loyal, other nations are beginning to become more serious and competitive with their own top brass. We must begin appointments of merit, though still hopefully something, 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 something. Can't read it all. It's a mod, remember. Faster research for artillery. We don't really need these, I don't think. Restructuring Ostfriesia and also Schutztruppe deployment. Can't get it until we're at war with Britain. Actually, I think I'm going to prepare this in preparation for when we go to war with Britain, because opening a front in Africa wouldn't be a bad shout. Just to add some more pressure, really. Right, how's construction going? This is going so quickly, it's amazing. Alright, I think at this stage we'll start building you guys up. And then I'm going to start building up our naval potential in those areas. And that's going to be full naval potential, and then after that I think we go back to this. Vauban's work on defence. Fortification seemed like a no-brainer to construct, and to a degree this much is the case. However, effective design and positioning of forts is important to get any serious use out of them, and Vauban's works, despite being published hundreds of years ago, still ring true to this day. Studying this will allow superior fortification construction. We can then get trenches. Begin working on you, and I guess we need to start building some trenches then. Trenches are used to shelter troops. It provides a good defense bonus to the defender. When leading an assault, you should attack them from multiple directions to reduce trench effectiveness. We can't get those until defensive bunkers. And trenches do become increasingly expensive. Alright, let's start. Oh, we've already trenched the hell out of that area. And over there. But not here. So let's start entrenching our borders with the Russians a little bit more. Alright. Oh, and there. Is that everything? That is all of them, yes. In fact, not you. Oh no, it is you. Okay. So that should be enough work for a while, and then we can get up to, what was it, level 10 with the next tech? Which we have started on. Like, early on, we're going to try and do what we can with just maximum industry, because that's going to do us good throughout, and then we're going to start digging in if we absolutely need to. But we'll have like a fallback line at least. Mobile position. When the enemy's trench has finally been emptied and overrun, it is imperative that we are able to exploit our advantages. Several of our attacks fail simply because by the time we get to the enemy's trench line, they've already assembled a much larger counterattack and expel our attacking force before the support moves up. By making sure our men are prepared to move up the line quickly, we can ensure that we keep what ground we get. Yep. Good. Counteroffensive. More breakthrough, more division speed. So our division's going to move really quickly, actually. It's kind of interesting. You guys are trained. I think I'm going to stick you all on the eastern front. You are North German garrison. Okay. Are we still training? Yes, we are. I think I'm going to start training some of these guys as well. 5 of you at a time. We've just enough resources. In fact, no, we'll do 3 at a time. I think that'll be effective. You guys are all just deploying, and in fact have just deployed. Start you training. Have you head over to your new frontier and start really building up for a push against the Russians. Because if we can like hold like Poland and then down to the Crimea, I guess that'd be pretty good. Although this is such a nice, well, no, we want to hold like this area just so we have a straight line, so we're not having to do this bulge. Cutting across here shouldn't be too hard. In fact, thinking about it, we want to try and exploit that if we can. Military coup. A military coup has taken place in Mexico City, led by General Victoriano Huerta, the military commander of the city. Maduro was arrested and a short time later assassinated along with his vice president, Jose Maria Paz Suarez. I'm changing my mind on where you guys are. Let's cancel your current order and have you instead assemble here. Your job is to spearhead, which is a move I've never actually used, down to there. Yes, you were all assigned to it. Okay, let's pick the spearhead commander. I think Von Huttler is going to be your commander. Actually, judging by the thing which always seems to be true, I'm going to make you Prussia. And having lots of generals rather than field marshals, we need to make sure that we have the right people in place. You guys are basically just defensive. Oh, you two are field marshals. So we do have a couple. Oh, no, I just meant put you in command. Let's leave you guys are going to fortify this. Your objective is to assist them by taking that area. But I want you to go along this river here. Like that. You need to give up 1 soldier, 1 unit, which we'll send back to you. Alright, you are no longer responsible for this whole line. You just go up to here. And you, actually let's have a look at the French border. We're going to have some tiny armies over here. You're a 25. You're a 31. Okay, that's fine. We'll drop one of you behind. We're going to do this. Okay. And I am in fact going to open up a new theatre. I do wish I could reorder these. This is going to be the East Front, and that's going to be the West Front. No, other way around. West Front. East Front. So on the West Front we do have... Why are you called France? Oh, because you're the one man that's left. Right, so West Front is you lot. So this is France South. And you are France North. And then you are going to be under a field marshal. I'm just going to boost you with troops. We're going to make these 2 guards where we can, and then you're just going to be regulars, and you're going to be responsible for the whole line. I'm glad I'm doing this now and not later, actually. None of you should have any orders. You don't. And you're in the wrong place. put you in the Russian army. Okay, so you guys, south border, you're going to be responsible for this. Your job will be to take that. Can we not loop up in a really stupid way? Just that, thank you. And your commander will be the fortress buster, because you will have to get through a couple of forts, so you can have Marwitz. Then you are France North. Your position is not Luxembourg. Metz through to here. Your job is to push for Paris and try and take this line. Actually, yeah, you can go all the way up to Lille. Your commander will be the trickster. Okay. That's all of you guys done. And then you are just the straight up French front. You are going to need a commander. Golwitz can be your guy. And your front is the whole French front. And your objective is going to be all of that. And we will be adding more divisions to you as we go. Furthermore, you're down here as well, because technically you are on the German side. We'll have one of our lesser generals. We have a lot of generals. Do we have anyone who's just like defensive? Not really. I feel like I want to give him like a proper command. Bülow, Brön, Hindenburg. Oh, Hindenburg. He becomes Chancellor later. We'll give you him Hindenburg. There you go, Hindenburg. You're in charge of protecting Germany. Okay, then in Italy. Russia. Damn it, Mordred. We're going to have a much smaller force of you lot, which will be the southern Russian front. Oh, perfect. You guys are going to be holding not to the border with Austria. Up to here, yeah, that works. And you are Russia South. Your commander is going to be a fortress buster, if we have any. Hatia. Your objectives is to push in through there. And you are Russia Central, because technically you have Prussia above you. Your job is to hold that front. And your objective will be to take that. I want you all assigned to it. Your commander will be Ludendorff. Sure. And then you are the guys in training. Just make you purple. Prussia, we're going to make you white. Russia South, make you yellow. Then Russia Central, make you pink. I'm just trying to choose colours which are very different and distinct from each other. Okay, then the West Front. Oh, we didn't get the army. We don't have a Russia Central Army. We should do. We're going to make you the Russia Central Army. Although you are currently training, you're going to be responsible for this whole line. Your job Wait, we still have a Russia army? Where's this line coming from? Oh, right.
Ihre Befehle?
That doesn't exist anymore. You guys are Russia. Your job is this whole Russian border, which I think we've already assigned. We have. And then your objective is going to be a general advance. To this. I don't know where you got that little kink there. I think it's because I clicked while I was moving. Yeah, that's going to be your objective. Your commander is going to be Duke Albrecht of Württemberg, and we'll assign more troops to you as and when needed. So we're going to have our field marshal colours be blue. No, we're not. That's what I usually use. We're going to make your colours green. So the big frontiers are going to be green. Okay, everything else is fine. Right, and with that, I'm going to have to end this episode because we've been going too long. So thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then please do consider subscribing as well. If you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.